Good afternoon, you guys. Happy Friday. It is very hot in central Kentucky, but that's not something that I'm not used to because I'm originally from North Carolina, and that humidity in North Carolina is nuts. So I'm back with another nutrition rant, hoping and praying that this helps somebody or whoever is listening to the sound of my voice, that they are impacted by this message. If you see a white cast on me, I've slathered sunblock on my face because, you know, you're supposed to wear sunblock. Small skincare tip: wear sunblock anytime you go outside. Keep something on there to reapply. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it, because sunblock gets reapplied. Okay, oh, here it is right here. I reapply sunblock regularly, every 2 hours, and I also have the spray bottle of sunblock, okay? Because this sun ain't playing no games, and it is unforgiving on skin. And even if you at home, still put on sunblock, because there's rays, essentially, you know, similar rays that can come on your skin and your face when you're sitting in front of your computer, sitting in front of your phone, and sitting in front of your TV. But anyway, that's not what I got on here for. I got on here to talk about just I don't really like this word. Because I don't want to describe it. Okay. I'm not saying I don't like this word just because I don't like this word, but I don't want to always describe somebody as this who likes to eat multiple servings, because, you know, greedy can be applied in multiple areas. Can be greedy with money, greedy with time, greedy with a number of things. But we're just gonna call, the word that came to my mind off the top of my head was gluttony, but it is what it is, right? So but just want to talk about, you know, as we eat, the excessive need to feel like that we need seconds and thirds. Okay. And from what I know and from what I've read, there could be a couple of reasons why we want seconds and thirds, you know, and just thinking about it in terms of maybe the reason why we want seconds and thirds is because subconsciously we may not know when our next meal is, right? And this can come from a number of things. Okay. Could be, I'll give you my reason for wanting multiple servings, because it's not just about you, this me too. You know what I'm saying? So I've had iron infusions before, just because I would go for long periods of time without eating, and I was running, and I was running myself rampant. I was running myself down. And so in that, I needed iron infusions because I was basically on low fuel. And at one point after the iron infusions, I wanted to double up on servings to kind of protect me, you know, from going back to get iron infusions. But instead of me, you know, it benefiting me, I actually was gaining a lot of weight. And it was nuts. And so, like I said, could be a reason why, you know, you're not sure where your next meal is coming from. And so once you kind of get in those habits, it could be well, let me just fill up because I don't know where my next meal is. Some of us come from situations where we did not know where our next meal was coming from. You know, whether it's you had to go to school to get your meal, you had to go over a friend's house to get your meal. And then sometimes, you know, the friend knew that we were always hungry and we were always going to eat. So what they going to do, they going to slide the plate to us because we know we're going to eat it, right? And so, and then just other part is that it might be something in it that just got it being so good, right? It's just so good. You just got to have it again and again and again. For example, I'll give you one that's recent. So McDonald's came out with this cookies and cream pie, and it's got my mouth watering just even thinking about it. But that thing is good. Okay, I've had 2 of those, okay, on separate days, of course, but still, I've had 2 of those. I come on here to say and encourage to learn discipline, and that's the reason why in another video I recommended that you write everything that you ate out. Just write it down. Don't even track the macros. Don't even track the whatever supplements are in there. Don't even track the ingredients in it. Just write it down. Just write it down, or put it in the a fitness app or a nutrition app. Just document everything you ate, okay? And I want you to pray first, okay? Pray first, and then really take some time to really think about the food choices that you are making, okay? A lot of us have an emotional attachment to food, okay, for a lot of reasons, right? But we need to start developing discipline with our eating habits. And I say we because I'm in that fold too, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's so important that you write everything out, even down to the soda, even down to the amount of waters you had. Discipline. Here's let me give you something. Discipline is saying, I don't need that. Okay, so went into Dick's Sporting Goods, right? And so everybody and their daddy has been buying Stanley Cups, right? Been buying those Stanley Cups. Everybody has been influenced. Everybody been buying up Stanley Cups, right? And so I looked at it and the colors were cute, right? The colors were so cute. And I was like, you know what? This is going to encourage me to buy more water or to drink more water. But then I stepped back and I was like, you know what? I already be losing water bottles anyway. I could not justify $45 on a water bottle that I might lose. So I need to develop the discipline to make sure that I'm constantly drinking water or I'm staying hydrated all the time, especially on a very hot day like this in Central Kentucky. And so it's so important that, you know, some of us might have better discipline in certain areas. Maybe some people can get the water in, but maybe, you know, just not eating enough, or maybe you're taking in too much food and not pushing out the energy. For example, meaning you're taking in your 2,000 calories a day, but that's it. You're just not doing anything. It's couch to laptop, couch to laptop, couch to laptop, couch, laptop, bed. Okay. So, definitely, I highly encourage some kind of movement, if you're going to consume 2,000 or plus calories a day. And like I said, it's all about just really developing the discipline. Now, there's a saying out there that says, you know, on days where you don't have the motivation, you got to have the discipline. That's very true, because there might be some things that might motivate you, and, you know, that motivation is gone just all of a sudden. And then now you have to say to yourself, okay, I know this is what I need. Like I said, case in point, you know, I might be motivated because I seen this workout and this person looks good. I'm going to do it too. And, you know, you got to stay consistent with it. But then on top of that, you know, you lose that motivation. You don't see your body changing. You're tired, that type of thing. That's where discipline comes in, where it says, you know what, I know I need to get up. And I'll just, like I said, use me for an example. Strength training sucks. Strength training sucks, okay? Because it's hard. It's hard on my hands. My hands are toe up, okay? And, I got some gloves, so I ain't been wearing them because I've been leaving in another bag. But I mean, my hands are too through, okay? But knowing that the long-term benefit to that is when I go into my 40s and I go into my 50s and I go into my 60s, and however old God sees fit for me to be on Earthside, that I take care of my body. And that means strength training is a necessity thing. Strength training is good on the bones because the more stress you put on it, the more it's going to adapt to those demands of the stress that you're putting on it. So essentially your bones are going to be like, oh man, this person is really moving some weight. Let me remodel myself and get myself together and rebuild and reshape so I can support this. And it's going to continuously do that. And that's the beauty of a progressive overload, is being able to, when your body says, okay, like this is easy for me, and saying, okay, well, I need to step out of my comfort zone and either maybe increase the weight depending on what you're doing, or maybe add on to that activity. It's not all, you don't always have to increase in weight, just depending on what your goals are. It might mean just a change of activity. All right, so just wanted to get on here. Some of us just really just, like I said, we want to overeat because there's a number of reasons. Like I said, most of us have a serious emotional attachment to food. Okay, that's why I just encourage writing it out. Just simply, everything, like everything you ate. And another case in point, I was just in the mall and I love Auntie Annie's pretzels. I love Cinnabon. Gotta have me a Cinnabon. But again, only just because you have that discipline in place. It's like, no. I mean, first off, the excessive sweet stuff, y'all, getting fillings and cavities fixed and all that stuff, that's expensive and time consuming. And just having your mouth hurt, it just makes me not want to get anything sweet for real. But sometimes I will. Like I said, I had a cookies and cream pie, but Just even being mindful of the excessive sweet stuff, because I have a sweet tooth, right? I have a sweet tooth, and I'm an emotional eater, and I'll sometimes get something sweet and I've had a rough day. I admit that. But it's saying to myself, okay, Patrice, you know, how do I feel? Am I in the mood for this? You know, if you get this, like, is it going to fix your mood, or, you know, what's going on? And I think that's when we need to really start tapping into God to help us with a mood adjustment. So, but that's neither here nor there. So, I don't know why they're honking. Oh, somebody almost got into a car accident in the parking lot. It's too hot for this. But I hope this helps you. You have a fantastic day. Stay cool.